In the third, some pretty nice work. 1:30 left in the third. Good. Sears has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Pass to Mayo. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Nelson with the rebound. Nelson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Sears. .44 seconds left in the third quarter. Off target at the rim. At 36% on the night, they've got to step it up offensively. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal foul.
The Jayhawks have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
At the line for your Jayhawks, number 40.
First one falls for him. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Reed. Puts up a deep 3. And that one is off.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair, delivering the blowout. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Unloads. It's rebounded by Stevenson.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now, here's Reed. With the drive and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Buries it from three-point range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Going inside, they get it back. Gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll, and the shot goes down.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
Back to Moore. They set the pick. And it's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Sinks the triple.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Puts it up. Here's Stevenson, and he banks in the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Fires the three. Rebounded by Omoruyi. Omoruyi's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the result.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the away team, number 8, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits both from the stripe. Goes up the baseline. Nelson with the rebound. Nelson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Pass to Mayo. Launches it. The rebound by Sears. Gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Cunningham outside. Here's Sears. Back to Cunningham. Here's the screen. And good. as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
It's Mayo on the wing. And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Yeah, because we want to see the finish, don't we? We want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
Count it. Here's Sears. And there's the drive. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Outside Mayo. Lets it fly. Nelson with the rebound. Nelson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Sears. Connects from three-point range. Sears has got 29.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy. Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Nelson, right side. Banked in off the glass. Nelson's got 4 this quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
It's Mayo on the wing. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cunningham on the wing. Offline with his 3. It's Mayo on the wing. They get the rebound. The 3 gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Sears. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Now Mayo. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.